bell ringer. Remember to do that as soon as you get in here. Let's go ahead and look at that real quick, and then we're going to get into one of the last rules of exponents as far as how things work with exponents. Okay, I know we've gone through it a little bit. You know some of the rules, okay? But today we're going to look at that last rule of exponents and how that works. Okay, so what we want to do first is look at our bell ringer. And we just want to keep our minds fresh on how exponents work. It's good to go back and remember that. So 5 to the 6th power is going to be what? Yeah, it's 5 times itself 6 times, right? So we can write that out. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, anybody do that on the calculator? Okay, anybody get that one? Yeah, that number got big real quick. 15,625. Okay, it will do the same thing with number 2. 2 to the 3rd power is 2. Times itself 3 times. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. That was a little bit easy. And then we'll work on the 3rd one. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And you'll get 243 for that one. Okay? Everybody getting this? Y'all good? Yes, sir? Okay. The next one, 2 to the 6th power. If you do the same thing, you'll end up getting 64 for that one. And then this last one, I want to make it a little bit more challenging to you. Remember how we deal with negatives and exponents. Remember, if it's enclosed in the parentheses, then you multiply the negative sign with it. But if it's not, the negative sign stays on the outside, and then you just do 4 to the 5th power. Okay? If that negative sign is there and it has parentheses there, then you multiply the negative with the 4. But if it's not, we treat it as like a -1 times 4 to the 5th, and you leave it by itself. You'll end up with 1,000, a -1,024. Okay? So that's kind of our introduction. Y'all watch this short video real quick. They do a real great job introducing this. Y'all just give it your attention, okay? And we're going to play this. All right, thank you all for watching that video on how to do how to deal with negative and rational exponents. How to deal with those rational exponents and when they're set up as a fraction. Okay, those radical exponents, those are going to be one of the things that's a little bit more difficult about this exponent stuff that we're going to have to look at, okay? So, just like the video showed, let me try and give y'all just a couple more examples, and then we're going to do some stuff together, and then I'm going to let y'all work on a project that I've got for you, okay? So let's look at a couple of examples and how this works, okay? And most of these we're going to be dealing with radical exponents and how we deal with them when the bases are different, but maybe the exponent isn't. Okay, so if we had 24 to the 3rd over 2 to the 3rd. Okay, if we didn't intrinsically know that we could just use our calculator and kind of figure this stuff out, the way this works is we can kind of go in reverse. of our power of a quotient rule, we can go in reverse. And we can bring that back, and we'll put 24 as our numerator, and 3 as our denominator, 2 as our denominator. And then the exponent of 3 will go on the outside. Remember the other day, we went from here to get this, okay? Well, with this kind of problem, you can kind of just go in reverse, and sometimes that's easier, because isn't it easier to know, instead of trying to figure out 24 to the third power over 2 to the third power, if we can take all that away and just see that 24 divided by 2 is 12, and then raise that to the third power, that's a lot easier, okay? So that's how these problems are going to work. Let's see if we can do a couple of examples together on Khan Academy real quick, and then we'll move forward, and I'll get you into your independent work for today, okay? Thank you. Stick with me, guys. Stick with me. I gotta go back here and pull it up. Okay, so there it is on the board. 256 to the 4/7th power. 2 to the 4/7th power. So this is exactly what I was talking about. Remember, we can treat the 4/7th power radical type of exponent the same way that we treated this 3 right here. Okay? So all we need to do is we'll take 4 to the 7th power out, and it'll just be 256 divided by 2. So what is 256 divided by 2? What is 256 divided by 2? Anybody? Come on now, I know y'all know it. I know y'all know it. 256 divided by 2. 256 divided by 2. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. We'll put that there. We'll see. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Okay? Not quite what it is. So y'all need to look at that again? Okay. Alright. So we can do this in the same way. You'll have 2 to the 1/4 power over 162 to the 1/4 power. Okay? And you can pull that 1/4 power back, and you'll have 2 over 162 to the 1/4 power, like that. Okay? We can do that same thing that we did before. All right? 2 over 162 to the 1/4 power. Okay, is everybody kind of getting how this stuff is going to work? Y'all understand this? All right. So let's go ahead. Let's move on. We'll do some some Kahoot. Okay. Let's see if we can get this stuff going for you. Okay. So we've got to get in there and actually get logged in. All right. Thank y'all for getting into Kahoot. You got 18 seconds. All right. Remember, we're just kind of going over all these rules right now. We covered the last one. We're going over all these rules and how it works. X to the 3rd times x to the 9th. All right, man. Great job, man. Good. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Let's go on to the next question here. Okay, this one just says to simplify. So let's look at it again. X to the -2 times x to the 5th. Use that last one as an example, okay? All right. Come on, guys. Respond to it. Here we go. Get yourself on that leaderboard. Come on. Here we go. 6, 5, 4. Come on now. All right. Yeah, x to the third. You have that x to the fifth, and you have x to the -2. Remember, with exponents, if they have the same base, all you're doing is just adding those things together, the exponents. So 5 and -2, add them together, and you're going to get 3. So that's going to be x to the third, okay? All right. Thank you, guys. Just keep going. Keep going. Let's keep going. All right. Again, this is kind of a check here, okay? I know you know it, but we have to continue to check ourselves and make sure. We've got y to the third, and then we've got just a y, okay? What's the exponent on anything when it's not listed? What is it? 1. Yeah, 1, right? So we've got y to the third and y to the 1. 3 plus 1, okay? You're going to have y to the 4th power, okay? Y'all good? Okay. All right. Hey, Ian. Awesome. That was great. That was great. Okay. Let's finish this thing up and let's see who's won. Okay. All right. Jeremy. Jeremy won. Okay. Good job. Good job, Jeremy. All right. If you don't see yourself up on that leaderboard, okay, maybe we just need to practice a little bit more with this stuff, and that's perfectly fine. Remember, you can come to me during advisory, third period, get some tutoring or whatever on this stuff. But I think once we go into this next thing, I think it's going to be a lot clearer once we get done with this project I'm going to get you to work on, and these rules are going to kind of come to you pretty easy, okay? Let me show you the project that we're going to work on for the rest of the day, and then y'all can break up into your groups accordingly, and you can get started. Okay, let me show you this real quick. Okay, so the exponent group project, this is what we're going to be working on for the next little bit, okay? Definitely in class today, and you might have to get together and finish this up before we get back together next time. Okay, the first thing I'm going to offer you guys, you're going to have the ability to do 3 different options. The first option is making a Google website. Okay, this Google website needs to be fully immersive. It needs to feel like if somebody didn't know anything about exponents, they could go out there and learn all these rules, okay? So make it like you're a first-time user here. So you'll make the Google website. You're going to have to go over all 7 of these rules, and you're going to need 3 examples for each rule. One from your textbook, one from your notes, and then one that you find online. And you will need to have a resource page that goes along with this. So just make yourself, if you're doing the website, make yourself a resource page tab. Okay, so you can give people credit where credit is due. We will be presenting this at a later date. So everybody in your group that presents needs to have a well-rounded understanding of all these rules. Okay, so that's option number 1. Option number 2. A presentation poster, okay? This probably shouldn't take you as long to create as the website would for the website builders, okay? So what that means is you still have to have your examples, 3 examples, one from the book, one from your notes, and one from online. And I do need you to have some kind of resource page that goes along with it. but you're going to bring a poster board on the day of your presentation, and you're going to have a presentation that's going to be very business-like, okay? You're going to present it as if you were a CEO of a company and you're trying to sell an idea. You really need to sell the fact that you know what these rules are and how they work. Does that make sense? Okay? All right. And then the next thing is the music video. You can come in and have a music video. You can do it to any music you want. I just want the music to be appropriate, the lyrics to be appropriate. You don't have to cover all 7 rules because that could take you 20 minutes. Okay, so pick a couple of rules to cover. And then you will have to have those 3 examples. You can put it in slide form, or if you wrote neatly and handed it to me, print it out or something like that. I'm okay with that. Okay, do include your resource page. Now on the day of your presentation, you're going to present your video, your music video, and you're also going to give yourself an understanding of how this stuff works, okay? And let me add to this, okay? Because it's my job in here not only to make sure we learn math, but make sure that that we understand what it means to be a good citizen and a good peer, and to love people the way we're supposed to and treat people with respect. Okay, so while we're doing these presentations, 50% of 50 points, actually not 50%, 50 points of your grade is going to be whether or not you give your peers the attention that they rightly deserve. While they're up here presenting and you're at your seat, I'm going to be grading you while you're at your seat. Are you putting your head down? Are you talking? That kind of stuff, okay? So let's just make sure that it's a fun environment, that it's a caring environment, that we treat our peers with respect. Okay, so this is what you've got to work on, okay? So if this is, what we've got to do, we've got to start deciding which option are we going to go with, okay? So anybody who's going to do option number 1, the Google site? Okay, y'all 4 back there. Okay, y'all go ahead and get started on that. Go get a Chromebook and get started on that. Make sure that somebody is getting that website started. Okay, get your examples together and post. Y'all are doing posters. Okay, so y'all 4, y'all can start working on a poster. Okay, somebody needs to be working on that presentation too. All right. Okay, y'all get to work. Thank you.